Hello, hello, hello. Whew, what is happening? What is happening? What is happening? I don't know either. You know who I am, Dr. Joy Fremont, Miss Dr. Lady, coming to you live in the living color. It is Monday evening. It's nighttime, and I'm here talking to y'all because I have a few things to say, as I always have a few things to say. Well, today or tonight, I'm going to talk about these drinks that we have going on, okay? Don't try to fake the funk. It is what it is. You got alcohol, you got caffeine, whatever it is. There are two things that I do not want you to drink at a certain time of day. So what's happening Facebook? What's happening Instagram? So I'm looking both ways. I'm not cross-eyed. I'm looking both ways. I have both of my devices going on at the same time. But nonetheless, here we go. Two drinks that I do not want you to drink after early afternoon. And y'all about to be mad at me. Oh, well, you stay mad at me. 1, caffeinated beverages. And 2, alcoholic beverages, okay? 2 different reasons. But nonetheless, do not drink them after a certain time of day, okay? Some of y'all think, caffeine does not do anything to you. Oh, caffeine doesn't affect me. I can drink it all day. It's a lie. You may not feel it physically, but your body feels it, okay? That's why you drink caffeine in the morning, or you have your coffee in the morning to wake you up. Well, I drink, my coffee doesn't have caffeine. Okay, well, I'm not talking to you then. I'm talking to those of you who drink caffeinated beverages like sodas, coffee, Red Bulls, things like that, okay? If you have anything that has caffeine in it, please do not drink it after early afternoon. After early afternoon means I'm going to say 2 o'clock and beyond, okay? Because it builds up in your system, right? There's a naturally developing compound or chemical, if you will, that's in your body that's called adenosine. Adenosine. Remember that word. Well, you don't have to. You're listening to me, right? Adenosine is what causes you to become sleepy, okay? And it builds up. The longer you're awake, the more adenosine builds up. And that's what helps you go to sleep, okay? So if you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it goes up all day. But if you have caffeine, caffeine is an adenosine blocker, right? So if you have caffeine, it's going to block that adenosine from building up, so you're going to be awake. Ding, 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 right? So if you want to go to sleep, don't drink caffeine. I remember when I was back in the day, driving home from school, I went to the Southern University, go Jacks. I went to Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and we used to drive from Baton Rouge to Atlanta, and we would have what's called no-dos. If you remember no-dos, if you ever heard of no-dos, put them in the comments below. Say yes, no, give me a 1, 2, whatever you want to. Say something about those no-dos. Well, no-dos was like a pill, a little thing you took that kept you up, and that no-dos kept you rolling to the point where when it's time to go to sleep, no-dos said no-dos. You were not going to sleep, right? So no-dos was packed with caffeine. That's what Red Bulls are, right? That's right, Darryl Taylor. You know about those no-dos. No-dos kept you up for like 15 days. In my opinion, it's 15 days. Like you were so tired, but you couldn't sleep, right? Well, caffeine, that's what it is. Caffeine keeps you awake. Do not act like caffeine doesn't bother you. Like I said earlier, it affects you. You might not know it. You might not feel it. You might not feel bright eyes and bushy tail, but you are awake, okay? So what happens is, if you are accustomed to having all this caffeine, you're not going to sleep that well. There it is, okay? Caffeine comes in coffee. Caffeine comes in sodas. Caffeine is, chocolate has caffeine. Go figure, right? So, sports drinks, things like that. So please be careful with that, all right? So here's my little coffee cup. It stays empty because I'm not a coffee drinker, but this is my little display. My friend Tanya gave this to me, all right? The next thing is that liquor. So Dr. Fremont, how do you have your liquor glass ready? Now guess what? This might be empty, but this isn't. I'll put that down for right now. I'll save that for later. Well, you can love chocolate. I know you love chocolate, Emma, but just make sure you don't eat it late at night, okay? Because the chocolate has caffeine. May not be a lot of it, but trust me. Believe me on that, all right? So next, the alcohol. If you notice, alcohol makes you sleep better. I have people say, you know, Doc, I don't snore until I have a bunch of alcohol. You know, if I'm out partying all night, I'm going to snore real loud. Well, yes, okay, because alcohol makes your body relax in your body. The muscles in your body relax, okay? And the more lax or the more slack your muscles are, the more you're going to snore. Right? And then just imagine, okay, so you know if you got stopped drinking and driving. And they make you take that test where you have to walk along the line. Because they're trying to figure out if you have, right? You have your cognitive function, okay? If you're doing right. Well, imagine if you cannot do that while you're awake. If you can't walk a straight line while you're awake after you've been drinking. If your words are slurring, your tongue is heavy, right? Think about that. Your tongue is heavy. If your tongue is heavy while you're awake, imagine what's happening while you're sleeping. You can't control your muscles while you're awake and you half drunk. Imagine if you half drunk in your sleep. Well, liquor makes me relaxed. Yeah, it makes you relaxed up in here, but guess what? It's also relaxing the muscles in your airways, in your throat. So when it's time for you to go to sleep, and if you have sleep apnea and you're not treating that sleep apnea, come on, some people. If you have sleep apnea and you're not treating that sleep apnea, if you're not wearing the CPAP, if you're not using your mouthpiece or your mouth appliance, if you're not wearing the implant, if you're not doing these things and you're not treating the apnea, your airways are not going to be able to function or open up as they should be because you're drunk. I just said it. Because your muscles cannot function the way they're supposed to function, okay? So please don't drink alcoholic beverages too close to bedtime. Just don't do it. I know it's no fun. I know you want to have a glass of wine to make you sleep, but if you don't have sleep apnea, you're not treating it. No, don't do it, okay? So a couple things you can drink to make you relax. Try some tea. This is chamomile tea. I don't care about the brand. I just pulled this out of my cabinet. It's chamomile tea, all right? It's relaxing. You can drink some chamomile tea. You can have some lavender tea, things that make you relax. It won't mess you up, okay? Or you can have my friend Ali. This is from Carolina Hemp Company, the CBD tea. Whatever. Do what you have to do. Just those two things I'm asking you not to do. Alcoholic beverages and the caffeinated beverages. So I know I don't have a lot of hearts, a lot of likes, a lot of loves, because y'all are mad at me. This might be apple juice. It just looks like whiskey. Sounds like whiskey. Anyway, that's my tip for tonight. I wanted to come by because it was on my heart that it's holiday season and people have a lot of parties. You're getting back together, even though it's still, you know, the pandemic. We're still getting back together and we are doing things as a family and all that kind of good stuff. But I just definitely want you to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Don't drink too late. Don't stay up too late. Coffee's a no-no. Alcohol's a no-no. Drink your tea, okay? If you have any questions, just let me know. Tomorrow, I'll be back. Who knows what my topic's going to be? Just come back and see me. Have any comments, say them below. If you're here live, say hey. If you're catching the replay, type the word replay. If you're mad at me because I have totally destroyed your life and your evening entertainment, your evening enjoyment, your evening sleep, tell me you hate me. Whatever it is, I want to hear, okay? Have a good night. Dr. Joy Fremont, 404-761-1659, and put that drink down. Holla at you. Hey, Whitney Reed. Bye.